Welcome back to Always Learning. What are we doing today? We're learning how to change a battery. And a little life hack, if your battery, if you know it's bad, just go to the auto parts store or go to Walmart and you can change it, take it right in. I'm parking by the service side. You can literally park, take it out and take it right in and get a new one, put it right back in, and you're on your way to go. All right, here we go. So what you want to look at is what group you're in. And we're in group 24F. And then you want to look at CCA, which tells you your cold crank amps, and you want to be at least at that number or over it. As we're looking at the battery here, this is the negative and this is the positive. And then this is the little bracket here that tightens to keep your battery from flying off. So to change your battery, all we're going to do is we're going to start with the negative. We're going to take it off, then we're going to take the positive off, and then we're going to take this off and remove the battery. There's three things you want to do. First, you want to take and get this loose. You're going to take off start with the negative. Works if you have a socket set. If not, you can have a crescent wrench, but you can use a pair of pliers. I'm just going to use a socket because it's faster. Also helps to have a pair of gloves. So when you pull the battery out, all you're doing is loosening this nut here. This is going to come off. You want to tuck it out of the way so it doesn't touch anything electrical. Then we're going to do the same thing over here on the, I'm going to use a wrench because it's easier. Over here on the positive side, you're just going to loosen it, whichever is easier. Whether you go to Walmart or whether you go to one of the automotive stores, they all have testers. They can come out and test it on your car, or they can test it inside and tell you how many crank amps you have and kind of what the life of the battery to recommend whether you need a new one. That's a 1 year, 79, 750,
102.
Okay, so when you take a battery in, this one was $102. But they'll add $12 to it to incentivize you to bring your old one back in. So when you bring your old one back in, they basically credit you $12. So what I do, if we know we need a new battery, I just bring the old one in, take it in, buy the new one, and then they don't charge me the $12. They just basically credit it at the register. So I'm just paying $102 for this one today. Okay, so we got the battery back in. We're gonna take this off. We're gonna put the positive on first, just like in reverse order that we did before. And this guy should just slide right on. Sometimes you got to work them a little bit. And you're gonna go right back on, and then we're gonna
So you said earlier it's a negative situation. So you take the negative off first.
Right, and then you always do it in reverse order.
So negative off first, then positive. Positive first, back on. Yep. And then negative.
Yep.
Okay. What about the handle that goes on that thing? Keep that on?
Yeah, because you might have to take it out again. Usually the people at the shop sometimes take them off, and then it's harder to get back on. And you just tighten it back down. We should have scrubbed these off, but we'll do it. We've got some cleaner when we get home. We'll get them all cleaned up. Now, like we did with the positive, we're going to take the negative side and we're going to hook it back up and get it down snugly onto the post. Okay, now we'll tighten it.
That sunbeam though. Artsy.
Usually what they have, usually it's literally one screw down here, Car.
Yeah.
And that one little screw has a little piece of plastic that comes over like this, and it holds the battery from going up. And then you simply unscrew it and move it over like this, and you lift the battery out. This one's got some kind of cage system where you gotta put these two little hooks down in there to hold the battery. It's not real complicated, it's just...
So now we're simply screwing the cage back into place to secure the battery from moving during travel.
Yeah, it becomes a projectile if you don't.
Oh gosh. We do not want that. Welcome to Ewers Automotive, home of the automotive queen, Carla Jo. Today we changed out the old battery. We unscrewed the negative, unscrewed the positive, pulled it out. While we were at Walmart, we took it inside, saved ourselves $12, came back out here, simply put it back in place, screwed on the positive, screwed on the negative, put the cage back in place, the filter back on top, and we're good to go. Simple as that. Just another day at the shop. Moment of truth. Ooh, listen to her purr.